You always have to hit record.
All right, well, I'm going to walk back up here and walk back down again because I wasted a lot of time. I thought I was recording, I didn't, so I'm going to walk back up towards the house. Excuse me. I'm going to push back up. I'm walking back up towards our house. This is exciting, and I'm not able to use this phone properly, but you can see part of the side of the road that's washed out. And if you look carefully, you can see the house up between the trees. And I'm going to turn around and show you again. I'll approach. But this is our road down here on the. This is to the right side of the road leaving the house, and that's Dustin down with his multicolored umbrella. I'm going to approach Sharon's business. The actual building 5 miles from the house may be condemned. It could wash away because they're having the basement's 8 feet underwater, and it backs up to next to Simon Pierce. It backs up to the river there at the dam, and they won't even let the people go in right now because the building just doesn't look very safe. I'm going to step across this part here, which cuts across our road. You can see where it kind of cuts across. And I'm going to approach where the road has washed out once again. And then when I get up here, I'm going to turn to the left and show you where the culvert. Last time we came down here, most of this was gone, but the road wasn't completely gone, and you could see the culvert. But I'm going to scan around to the left here, and you can actually see the two culverts that washed down here. I'm not sure how to scan in here. I'll try to. Let's see. I don't know how to make that zoom in. Well, you have to take my word here. Dustin's not nearby. I'm not sure how to make this zoom in, but let's see. I'm going to try. Now, well, anyhow, the culverts are there. They washed out from underneath the road, and they washed down. And over here you can see a log that actually came through the culvert, washed across the brook. This is the brook. Now this is where the road was. It completely washed that road out. And part of the problem was on the right-hand side of the road, right in the middle of the screen here, that's where the other side of the culvert was. So all this water coming from the brook that way washed limbs and rocks against the culvert, blocked it off. The water came over the road, well over the road. Actually, where I'm standing, I'll go down to my feet and show you. Right down to my feet here, where I'm standing, there was approximately 6 inches of water above the road. This is the middle of the road I'm standing in, and I can show you on one side here, this where you see the water running through the road that washed out on the left side is about 3 feet below, still in the middle of the road. And you can see here the variations. Part in the middle here is approximately 2 feet, middle of the road, 2 feet, but dry. And where the water is, approximately 3 feet, and the water is running. And you can see, I'm going to scan up here, but you can see where the water actually cut across the road to get to, it washed out that side of the brook. I'm going to scan around here real quickly, sorry about that. And you can see on the other side of the road, this would be going up to the crossroad, which would be approximately 2/10 of a mile from our house at the top of the road there. From this point here, back, I'm going back up our road. We're approximately a little over 1/10 of a mile. Our house is 1/10 of a mile. So from our house to the top of the road here, 2/10, we're about halfway, and this is the brook. And I see Dustin's over there playing around in that part of the brook. You can see his umbrella, multicolored umbrella back there, which is kind of, that brook usually is very tiny. The actual running water, the part of the running water is usually maybe 3-4 foot across. Right now you can see, actually if you measure it from left to right where the water's coming across, it may be 20-30 feet across. So it overflowed the banks terribly. And I'm going to step down a little closer. They're still in the middle of the road here, but I'm going to step down a foot and a half maybe. That's the middle of the road. This is still in the middle of the road, 2 feet. The left foot is pretty much to the top of the road. Right foot is another maybe 12 to 15 inches down. And then I'm going to walk along here. This would still be part of the road. And you can see how it's really, well, you can see also, if you can, see that's a stone. They probably put, there was a hard piece of granite there underneath. And this would be where the road was. The culvert would be right about, the end of the culvert would be right in the middle of the stream here. And I'm going to stand around and show you the culvert I'm talking about. Right in the middle of that, you can see on the left, sideways is one of the culverts, and you're looking almost straight through the other culvert. There were 2 culverts underneath this part of the road, from right to left there. And you can see how much of the road on the other side washed away. So Mother Nature's really taken, the water's just taking everything. And it's actually moving stones. At one point, you could hear stones banging as if it was thunder. They were actually banging big stones. But that water is moving very, very fast, very dangerous. And I would guess, I'm guessing here maybe, I know we used to, right in that middle of the stream where that tree is, I used to fish for little fish. And when the water was even down there, it was about 2 feet of water always. And that the top of that would be approximately, the water level now is approximately to the bottom of that pool when the water's not running. That would be maybe 5 to 6 feet. So you can see how deep this is now. It's just terrible. And then where you see a little bit of a waterfall there, that's where a log has washed down. And the water's just going over it as if it was a little dam. And you can see right in the middle, beyond the birch tree, you can see the clump of trees right in the middle of the brook. Well, the brook actually ran over to the left of that brook, that clump of trees just past the brook. So, anyhow, it seemed like Dustin went down where I was showing. Somehow he made his way up to there, crossed over, and now he's on the other side of the road. You can see him coming now. He feels real proud of himself because he crossed the road. Sharon cannot go to work tomorrow, nor can we get out of here with a car. And we can't even cross at this point because it'd be too dangerous, but we could go through all the other that Dustin did, and through the woods and so forth, which is probably still a little dangerous, but anyhow, there it is. I'll video more later.